Hi guys, it's Granny Tana speaking. Welcome to this FS25 mod preview video. In this video I show you my British farmhouse, and finally it's in-game and tested and nearly ready to be uploaded to Modhub. I will do some final testing and then it's good to go. Yeah, and here it is. I got the impression on which house or how this house should be from the area of Cotswold in England, the heart of England, so to say. Yeah, and some guys of you wished for British farmhouses or buildings at all, and I thought I'll start with a farmhouse. And I really like those chimneys to the right and left of the house. They are so typical for this region. And even if I haven't been in Cotswold when I visited Britain in January, there were quite a lot of houses that look rather similar. Okay, let's go inside. By the way, you can choose the color of the main door here. So here is the entrance area, and there is already the main difference to a real English house, I think, because the stairway is rather wide. And in reality, usually they are rather narrow, and therefore they are smaller, and we have more space in the house itself. And yeah, I had to remove a whole room to make this stairway wider, because we are so wide and bulky in game, and we need more than 1 meter width to can go upstairs, and therefore the stair is much bigger than in reality. But everything else is inspired by a real life floor plan. And for me it felt like it is rather typical in a way, because it's so basic and simple. Yeah, we go inside, and here we have a living room, a small one. And the whole house is small. And yeah, it's no mansion, but a rather small countryside English house. And here we have fireplace, because I thought those chimneys, they are so inviting, and then I thought, okay, then I need to build a fireplace. And you could even light the fire, and when we go closer we can even hear it. So come on. Can you hear it? Yeah, here we have an outside area, and there is the wardrobe trigger. And you might ask, why there? Why not in the bedroom at the wardrobe? Because nearly the whole house has a sleeping trigger, and they may not overlap. And by the way, here we have an office, because I always think every farmer needs a small office. But about the triggers. So we have a sleeping trigger everywhere, but everywhere where you can activate something like opening the door or activating the fire, the sleep trigger doesn't work. So it only works where you can't do anything else, like here for example. Here you can activate the sleep trigger. And the symbol for the sleep trigger is up in the master bedroom. So there we have a kitchen dining area with some nice food. And we have this special bench. Special because I made it especially for this nook here, and I had a lot of fun building it. And then we have a very small washroom, and it's just cramped underneath the stair. And now we go up, and it's easy because it's wide. Here we have a kids' room, and there a bathroom. This is the family bathroom for the kids. And here we have the master bedroom, and there a small master bathroom. And behind the door we have another bathtub. So it's all a little bit narrow. But yeah, the house is small. And here we have the sleep trigger. So here you can sleep as well. But not there, because here you can open the door. Okay. Yeah. Let's just close the door, and now I show you that you can have color choice for the doors. Here it costs 50,000 bucks. And sorry for the German texts. I think you can understand everything that is important. Here we have the colors, and you have free color choice, and you can also choose from the colors that are provided. Maybe we just choose this blue, or maybe a lighter blue. Let's take that one. So, and you can color the door in whatever color you want. And maybe you ask yourself, why the door? Because every other color that I chose for the outside is more or less typical for the region. So the color of the stones is usually in this beige gray tone, and sometimes a little bit more to the gray side, but rather similar. And the roof color also. And usually the window frames are white, but the door color, this changes quite a bit, what I saw at Google Maps. And therefore I thought I should make the door color choosable, and everything else I leave like that. In FS25 we still only can make one color type choosable. So I have to decide whether it's the door or the window frames or the walls or the roof, and then I decided for the wall. And I got questions about would it be possible to make the same house with brick style and with, oh wow, how is this roof type called? Like straw, a roof out of straw, something like Thor or so. And theoretically it would be possible, but not like the color choice. For the color choice, I only have to tell the game, okay, here we have a list of colors, they are just numbers, and make this color choosable. But for a different type of texture, I would need to have a whole complete set of different textures. And that's around 10 megabyte. For console players, that might hurt a lot. So even providing them in different buildings would be too much for several console players. And to combine it into one building as a choice like with the solar panels, that would be terrible, because it would be possible, but terrible, because then I would need to stack several buildings into one building, only one visible, the others invisible, but they would still cost the whole slot count. So instead of the slots that we have now, we would nearly have double the amount of slots. And it would be very bad for the performance, also for PC players with weak PC players, because there is this invisible part, but all the things are loaded nevertheless and counted and so. And yeah, and apart from that, it would have made much more work. I think a house with a different roof type and different stone types would look different, would not have the same shape, and therefore it would be better if I take my time to make a brick house at a totally different time in a different mod. And right now I had to squeeze in this British farmhouse because I'm working on buildings for my German map at the moment. So in the month since February or so, I'm working on buildings that match or that I need for my German map. And therefore this British farmhouse was something where I thought, oh, I want to do it. Nevertheless, even if it prolongs my work on my German map, and therefore I couldn't make it more complicated. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all that is needed to know right now about this house. And I will do some final testing, and then I'll upload it to Modhub, and there it can wait for the test, which is still a long wait. I know, everybody knows. And yeah, when I find the time, I will make a video about all the mods that are waiting right now and where they are in the waiting stage, and I hope some will come out rather soon. And so I have one for every week or every 2 weeks, depending on how long it took to make it. That one took quite long. And it's just a simple house, but it took me quite a long time, much longer than I thought. And maybe because I had a lot of other stuff to do beside modding. Yeah, but it was a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to building more British or English buildings, like maybe typical sheds or so. Okay. Thank you for your support as a Ruby channel member. If you want to buy FS25 or a DLC, feel free to use my code OMATANA. You'll find the link for the PC version in the video description. It doesn't cost you anything extra and supports me a lot. Now I wish you a wonderful day, thank you for watching, and all the best till next time. Tschüss!